Good morning. It is Monday. It is the first day of the week for us to be able to crush it, to get out there and kick things off and set the tone for our entire week. And I'll tell you what, I actually start my week on Sunday night. Myself and the long-haired admiral sit down and we plan out the week. We start talking about what are we trying to accomplish? What are our goals? What are the things that we are focused on? We lay out each day and talk about these are the things we want to get done on these days. And then, of course, on Monday morning, I get up and I start taking a look at everything. I get up early, get ready for this Monday muster, and I get in the right mindset so that I am ready to know that I am on course and that we are tracking for the week, that we are moving towards those goals, that we are moving the needle in our lives. So this Monday muster, though, I was going to talk about this concept. It falls a little bit in the idea of owning it, that what we do, so often as humans, we have a tendency to point fingers, or we have a tendency to be frustrated because things aren't happening fast enough. And the reality is, the vast majority of the time, it's our fault. It's because we didn't do something, or we could have done something better. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is what I was going to talk about. But I'll tell you what. I was scrolling through social media yesterday. I was answering some of my DMs and I was looking at I've got a ton of these high-level coaches and influencers that are on my page. I watch them and, some of them are friends and I really admire them and, gain knowledge from them. But I noticed a trend, and the trend was this. I noticed a trend that in many of their posts, it was like, you're never going to be successful if you don't do this. Or, the reason you are not at the level that you want to be at is because you haven't do this, or you're not implementing this in your life. And I just noticed this very negative trend. It was this trend that basically said, you are the cause of the problem, which there may be some truth to that. But I will tell you this, it made me realize something, or not even realize something I already know about myself, but it's something that I think a lot of us do, especially entrepreneurs and individuals who are trying to drive forward and be successful. And that is, we are constantly looking at the next goal, at the next benchmark. And we're very critical of ourselves and very critical of what can we do better, which is this ownership, this, hey, it's my fault that this did not happen or that didn't happen, which is a great trait to have. But at the same time, we got to take some time to celebrate those successes. And I am super guilty of this. I am very guilty of, I don't celebrate my successes, man. I will hit a goal and I will blow right through it. I won't even take a moment to celebrate. It'll just be check. It's just a to-do box. That's all it is. It's merely something that I set out to accomplish. And once it's accomplished, there's no stopping. There's no celebrating. There's no taking a moment to say, hey, great job. It's merely what is next. And I think it's really important. For me, I need to slow down and celebrate those successes. And not only that, because this life is a grind. And when we are going after those goals, when we are moving down that path, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. And we should take a few moments to pat ourselves on the back and say, hey, well, you know what, man, you did that. You accomplished that goal. And for only about 10% of people in this country follow goals. Only about 10%. So those of you that are watching this program that are a member of the Overcome Army, we are all about setting those goals. And if you guys are doing that, then man, congratulations. You are out there and you're crushing it. So today, I want to give you permission. I want you to take a moment and I want you to look back over these last couple of months, maybe this last year. For a lot of you that are members of my Overcome Army, you've been with me now for almost a year. And I know so many of you guys have conquered some amazing goals. So many of you are conquering goals in fitness, in your personal lives, so many of you in your professional lives. You guys are really doing it. And I want you to take a few moments today to take a look at that and tell yourself, man, you really have done well. You have moved that needle. You have accomplished some great things. You have accomplished some successful things. And I think that's really important to do. And I need to do the same thing, because for so many of us, it's so easy to take a look at other people and compare ourselves and listen to some of the negativity out there that says, oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't accomplish this, or you're not the level you want to be. Well, none of us are. I mean, all of us are constantly, if you are a goal setter, you're constantly pushing yourself to that next level, from ordinary to extraordinary to superior to elite. All of us continually trying to push ourselves to that next level. And as long as we are moving the needle in our lives, that is creating success. So maybe you're listening to this right now and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm so off course. I'm so stuck on the X, man. I have not moved myself forward at all. Well, I want to tell you something. The mere fact that you are watching this video, congratulations. When we talk about the React methodology, you at least are in the very first stage. You are recognizing that either you are in a crisis or you're in a stuck point, or you're recognizing that you want to move forward. So that is your success today, that you are finding amazing people that are trying to move forward and you want to do the same thing. So that is your success today. So we live in this world where all we want to focus on is the negativity. We are inundated with negative news, negative energy. People want to focus on nothing but the sensational negativity. And I want to tell you to focus on the positivity. Take a few minutes, and I'm telling this to myself also because I am just as guilty. I don't always take a few minutes to celebrate my successes, to celebrate when I accomplish those goals. At the end of every week, to be able to take a look and say, hey, dude, you actually moved the needle. Maybe you didn't move it as far as you thought you were going to. Maybe you didn't hit that goal because you ran into some problems, which happens in life. We encounter those obstacles and adversity, but you still moved the needle. You still were grinding forward. You still were pushing yourself down that path, and you still are on course. So that is what today's Monday Mustard is about. I want you to celebrate your successes. Take a few minutes to just pat yourself on the back and say, you know what, dude, you're doing a great job. You are driving forward. You are getting in better shape. You are moving yourself down the road, getting a better education. You're being a better parent. You're communicating better with your spouse, partner, kids, whatever it is. You are working for balance in all 5 areas of Pentagon and Peak Performance. You are moving the needle and you are on course. So pat yourself on the back, focus on that positivity, be aware of that negative energy that's out there. And I think it's really critical for all of us to do that and not get mired down in this comparison mindset or the negative energy that's out there, or saying, hey, you haven't done this because you're not doing this, or whatever it is. Everyone on this planet can do better. There's no doubt about it. All of us are striving to achieve that optimum 100%. And the reality is, when we start getting to the very top, when we are squeaking out those last final percentage points, we're getting into that elite performance. In my book, Overcome those margins of performance that I talk about. And it gets infinitely harder to squeeze out those areas. So everyone could be doing better. So celebrate those successes. It's a critical thing. All of you that are a part of my group, man, I am so proud of you. I'm so amazed. I love reading the feedback in our group on the successes that you guys are having. You guys are crushing it, and it's amazing to see. So keep crushing it. Keep looking to move the needle. That is the message on this Monday Muster. If you are just joining us, continue to stay with it, man. Continue to pull that compass out, set that course, stay on course. If you're on the X, congratulations, man. You have just started the process of getting off the X, leading yourself, and overcoming all. All right, guys, I will see you on the flip side. Crush this week. I'm out.